It's really too early to say for sure. I think the most serious incident is this fire in Boston on Monday, and the National Transportation Safety Board has launched an investigation. If a fire breaks out in flight, it can be quite severe, of course. Some of these other incidents we've seen this week, such as a brake problem on one flight and a fuel leak, I think those are much more minor, and they probably do fall into the teething category.
Mike Sinnott, who's the chief 787 project engineer, said on a conference call with reporters today that these problems haven't been any worse than the problems they initially had with the 777, and that was hailed as a very successful project.
Right, that's what he said, and interestingly, I spoke to a former Boeing engineer today who had worked on the 747, the classic jumbo jet and one of Boeing's most successful models, and by comparison, that aircraft was a disaster when they first rolled it out. They had to send engineers and mechanics, hundreds of them all around the world, to ensure that the planes could take off reliably and all. And so by comparison, this doesn't seem to be as severe. But, we're in a modern era where people expect more reliability out of their planes. So I guess we'll just have to sort of see how this plays out.
Of course, and there's heightened scrutiny, probably because of that modernity, but also because this plane took so long to release, right? I think it was delayed by 3 years.
Yes, they had some problems with suppliers, and then late in their test flight program, they had an electrical fire, actually. That set it back a few more weeks. They say they've solved that, and the U.S. regulators that signed off on the plane would not have done so if they thought there was a risk of fire on board. So, but it certainly was delayed, yes.
So what about, there are 800 outstanding orders as far as I understand. They're just in the beginning of selling this plane. Are you getting any indication that that would slow down?
So far, no. Again, it's early, and Boeing has certainly taken some public relations hits, but the way aircraft orders ebb and flow, we sort of have to wait a little while to see if this really has an impact.